Exercise 5-31-1 could potentially be the most deceiving exercise in this entire book. It looks very, very simple, but then as you start to look at it, you realize there's not enough dimensions to actually do this particular assignment. What you're going to have to very, very heavily rely on to get this assignment correct is the constraints that you place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start on the front and I'm going to go to New Sketch and I'll click Sketch again and I'm going to zoom in real far and I'm going to keep this as simple as I can possibly keep it at first. And to do that, I'm just going to draw one single circle and I'm going to set the radius so that it is 0.875 times 2. So we have our diameter 1.75 circle. This is going to serve as the basis for everything else that I need to do on here. I'm going to draw a line that is tangent that comes up, and I want a perpendicular line off of that, and I want a perpendicular line off of that, and then I'm going to come over right here to the middle. And then I'm going to draw this line as soon as my computer catches back up. Draw a line from here straight up to here. Okay, so there you can see that I've created something that looks like somewhat of a mess. Now, unlike with many of the other exercises that we've done in this class, I'm actually going to be using the fillet command in the sketch as opposed to later because a lot of my dimensions are based off of fillet locations. So what I want to do is I want to go to my fillet command and I'm going to, I'm sorry, that's the arc command. I want to go to the fillet, so I'm going to select my edges. This is the edge that I want to place the fillet in, so I'll left click. Come on. Computer is running real slow. This shouldn't be this difficult to place a fillet. Okay, so there's my fillet location for this. Now I can go ahead and dimension this particular fillet right here at 0.875. Dimension this fillet here at 0.625. Now you're going to notice that this thing is going to get really out of whack really quick as you actually begin dimensioning this object. This dimension right here is given at 2.25. Okay, that brings it down in a little bit. This dimension right here should be 1.625. Okay, now you see things are starting to come into place a little bit more than they were previously. I need to add a dimension for the height of this center point, which is going to be 2.75. I'm going to go to delete segment and I'm going to get rid of the parts of this that I'm not using, which is all of those parts right there. Now, I do want to take special care to zoom in and make sure that I've got every part of that, because when I end up with an open loop on this particular assignment, I can pretty much guarantee that's where the open loop is going to be. Now I'll place another dimension on this segment right here, or I can go from here to here. Either way, it's going to be 1.375. Okay, now what I want you to notice at this point is because I drew this perpendicular when I first did it, and I drew this line segment parallel to this line segment, and I ended everything at the middle, I actually placed most of my constraints as I was going. So if you look in the book where it has the little parallel symbol next to this line and this line, I've got that in. I've got in the perpendicular between these two lines, which the book shows. You really have to make sure that you have your constraints exactly as they need to be for this to work. So now I'll go ahead and finish this sketch, and I will extrude it its height of 0.25. As soon as I hit the green checkbox, I'm immediately going to come down here to mirror and grab this as my mirror plane and hit the checkbox so that I've got the completed exercise 5-31-1.